what's going on with Kamala HQ?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I have good news. So Kamala HQ is turning into headquarters, and it's where you can go online to get basically the latest of what's going on, and also to meet and revisit with some of our great, courageous leaders, be they elected leaders, community leaders, civic leaders, faith leaders, young leaders. I'm really excited about it. So stay engaged, and I'll see you out there. Thank you.
Well, tonight's red-hot video is actually, I think, the Republicans popping champagne about that video, because besides the lackey in that video, no one really asked. But Kamala Harris answered anyway. That is, of course, you might have forgotten her, cackling Kamala Harris, relaunching her old, failed Kamala HQ account on social media. Remember Brat Summer? Rebranding it as just HQ. In a partnership, of course, with a progressive nonprofit in order to, in their words, mobilize young voters who overwhelmingly shifted and voted for President Trump in 2024. Tony, you're a young voter. Do you think that this will work?
So I am actually gratified that they've launched a resource for people on the spectrum, or for those who used to ride the short bus. I guess I can say that, even though I was told I couldn't. Anywho, no, I think it's one of those things that you do have millennials literally wandering around. Bob Hope talked about Democrats being zombies. Well, this is like a zombie site, because only zombies are going to be there. Nobody who has half a brain will go check this out.
The other reason that it's like a zombie is because these people never die. That's why, I mean, we joked about it on some level, but Hillary Clinton is still here. She may be running for president 20 years from now. Alex, I got to ask, who told Kamala Harris to dress like the Joker?
Oh, not only that. So one of the observations.
What is going on?
The audio
that is the Joker.
Yeah, the audio is terrible.
The backdrop, Alex, the backdrop.
Well, she can't afford the $100,000 set that she paid for Call Her Daddy anymore.
The free Palestine flag, it's all missing.
Is that the headquarters? Because if that's the headquarters, it doesn't look very inviting. But that's one of the things, Foldy, that I was just thinking about is, like, when you look at this production value, never mind what she's even saying, or
I don't even know what she said.
But the point is like, the Republicans have been running circles around Democrats when it comes to social media and marketing. Now, for how many, I mean, I guess since Trump really popped up on the scene in 2015, 2016. I also don't know, like, Kamala HQ or the HQ. So is she trying to, is that her way to try to dominate the field going forward? I'm wondering, is she gonna, or she's reinventing her campaign? I did see recent polling that, surprise factor, she is at the top of the polling list for Democrats' perspective. She's even outpolling Newsom. I think she's at 34%. He's at 20%.
It's weird that there's no keffiyeh, there's no burning American flag, there's no casting couch. And Chris, you were talking about the name. It's not just HQ. Right. It's HQ 67.
Right.
What do you make of that?
Well, it's on my radio show, we're already calling HQ 67. We're calling it IQ 67 because
so you're saying she's smarter than I thought you were going to say.
Well, it's Molly wheelhouse there, an IQ of 67.
Right, yeah.
She's smarter than a can of potted meat, is what you're saying.
Well, there are certain cans of potted meat that might outperform. But honestly, HQ 67 just lends itself to IQ 67 because she's known for, how shall I say, not being particularly intelligent. And again, she proved it. She proved it with this ridiculous backdrop. And again, the audio. What happened to audio? Right. Audio is video's funny little friend. But we're going to make videos, and a politician's trying to tell you something. You should be able to hear it and understand it. And maybe you should choose something else.
This is spoken like a radio guy, and honestly, I think it's worth considering that they don't want people to hear
exactly
from her. Because we discussed this, that her campaign strategy in 2024, this was 400 years ago, but it was to hide her as much as possible. Because much like with Hillary Clinton, the more voters saw her, the more they didn't want to vote for her.
This is so cringy, and it's so embarrassing. And I think for the Democrats, they want her to go away as quickly as possible. Right. But we know that the Democrats' politics is their career. Like, they can't be creative. They had one top Democrat source say, quote, Kamala hasn't accepted she's not running yet. So in my mind, she's thinking, well, maybe we go for a second try. And this might be her way of trying to connect with the younger voters, but there's nothing. You know how they say that 6-7? It might be one of those 6-7, which means it's nothing.
It might be nothing.
HQ is nothing.
To that.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.